And I was told this by, everybody.
Yep.
You're lazy.
Yep.
If you just worked harder.
And that takes a toll on your mental health.
It can really wear you down.
Still now.
Yeah.
Yep.
It absolutely can. You got headphones on.
Yeah. I didn't volunteer
You're a podcaster
for
now?
the headphones, but I was told that it was part of the. You know how like the finance bro has the vest, like they wear vests.
I don't hang out with hang out with techies.
So finance bros,
Okay.
they wear vests like puffy vests.
Yeah, okay.
And then they wear
Like the hiking vest, but they don't hike. Mm-hmm. Got it.
and then they have button-up shirts on.
Oh, that's weird.
Underneath.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Like
that's
plaid?
That's like the finance bro look. The
Okay.
podcast look is you got the microphone right in front of you.
Yeah.
And you got the headphones.
Yeah.
So Lucas said we had to officially start being podcasters.
Yeah. When I made tenure, this became my uniform.
It's about
I
damn
bought,
time, you know?
I think it's a really good look.
10 of them on Amazon.
Really?
And Levi's jeans and
Levi's jeans. That's good stuff.
Love it.
Brett Favre.
Break them in, and when they get
That's
ripped
right.
up, I can sell them. People buy them.
People like them.
They
People like ripped up jeans.
They like the story, but they don't want the adventure.
And they also don't want to know what the story is.
Exactly.
They don't want to know that it was just a professor
And then
running around in his backyard.
Black Converse. That's my uniform now.
Is that a good look?
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Did you think that you had to dress differently before tenure?
Yeah, I did. I felt like I was, people would be like, Sean's not really taking it seriously or whatever.
And you were like, I'm
know?
not.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I never did.
Yeah, no, I'm not. You get it.
I do.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
You're very.
I love it.
You should take it very seriously.
But it was
it's
like,
awesome.
that was like one of those things. So we have like, have you ever done this before? Like had headphones
Podcasters?
on and have a mic in front of you?
When we did the radio commercials for Kentucky Harvest,
Okay.
for that class that still goes on,
The DAT 201 class or something?
I don't know by that number,
Okay.
but it's I named it.
I know like 3 classes by number.
Nexu.
Yeah.
The class
Oh.
that I named
Okay.
first.
Yeah.
I was in the first Nexu class.
Yeah.
And one of our clients was Kentucky Harvest.
Okay. And you were the radio person?
And I was the radio person.
Nice.
And so I had to put headphones on and the one button. And I think
Is that
was
the one
when
you
I did
asked
this.
me about? No.
I can't remember.
Because I told you just use your cell phone.
Anyway,
man.
yeah. Anyway, that was different. I
Yeah.
just did that really easy. That was for our internal work stuff.
Okay.
But that worked out fine.
Cool.
But yeah, so I have done it before. I think it's neat.
Yeah. I haven't done this since like
I'm sure you used to do it a ton, I bet.
92 was the last time I've done this. Yeah.
I was -1 years old.
Yeah. So, 92 was the last recording that I made for my band. And I was in...
But you're never talking then, so you were like performing. Like you've not sat in like a...
I don't want to say performing, but like I had to sing.
Right.
Which was like Red Hot Chili Peppers kind of Beastie Boys kind of sing.
For sure.
Right? So it wasn't like Soundgarden.
Right.
That was
but
not
you
the
weren't
band.
like being interviewed or you weren't talking on the radio.
No.
You
And
never talked on the radio?
Oh, yeah.
That's
I've
what I
talked on
thought.
the radio a lot.
Yeah,
but
okay.
it was... Okay, so it was at the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale. They had bought an old hotel, and that was the dorm. And there was a lounge in the basement. And that's where my band would practice, and that's where we recorded. And so they all had their parts done. And they're like, all right, Sean, your turn. And they're all standing there, kind of sitting there. And I have my headphones on and my mic, and I can hear a little reverb.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I like reverb.
Yeah, like it's cool.
And so a lot of my songs back then were like really, really screaming.
Oh,
like
okay.
Loud screaming.
Yeah.
Because I can scream like crazy.
Dude, my coworker was in a band.
Like angry
that.
screaming,
Yeah.
right?
Get it
so
out.
that was just the band. And I was like, I don't think I can do this.
I could do this with it reverbing back at me.
Well,
like
no. I was like, there's like 20 people
Oh,
staring at me. They can't hear the music.
And it's into...
They can't hear anything. So I'm just standing there like a madman,
Yeah.
you know?
And it's very intimate.
Yeah,
Too.
it-
Like,
yeah.
it's not like it's just blank faces out there.
No, they're
Yeah,
like
yeah.
friends and
Yeah.
band members. So I just closed my eyes and I envisioned like 1,000 people in front of me, and I
Just went for it.
belted it. Yeah, I belted it out.
That's awesome.
And it was awesome. Yeah, I remember my guitar player. He's like, "You sound like you're mentally unstable." And that's
were you
actually
mentally
good.
unstable?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, always. Yeah, I have been since my mom died when I was 12.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Anyway.
But yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, it was one of those things like just get all that
Get it
angst
out. Mm-hmm.
out. And that kind of actually leads well into this.
Go ahead.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'll
Yeah.
do my story for next time.
What? No, tell us your story.
Well, no, it wasn't my story. It's just the story that's trending right now.
Oh
that I
yeah,
was
no,
gonna
no,
reference.
tell about it. I think that's interesting.
So you're from Miami,
yes,
right? So
little town.
little.
You might not
have
know.
heard of it. Miami
It's
Dolphins.
Florida.
Yeah, it's like
Little
humid
football team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a football team there that they're
Yeah.
on Hard Knocks. Anyway,
A hurricane hit them one time. Yeah,
that did happen. Yeah, it did happen. Not the Disney World Florida, but a different Florida. That's basically how I describe it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how I
Like
describe
the real
Miami.
Florida.
Yeah, the real Florida.
Because like once you get past like I don't know West Palm Beach, it's Georgia.
Yeah.
I mean that's how I feel.
Your other stomping ground.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I was a reporter in Georgia.
yeah. So what happened was there's a mall there in Miami.
No.
And
Really?
they
got a mall now?
Yeah, they do. And there is like, I kid you not, did you guys hear about this? There was like 300 plus cop cars with lights flashing outside of this mall.
Yeah, I saw it and I just scrolled
and
right
it
away.
And they shut down all air traffic, all helicopters, everything.
That's
like
true?
actual yeah, this happened like
Okay.
two days ago, I think. Yeah. And people have now think that it was because they said they did all this because there was teenagers fighting in the mall. So obviously that's going to open things up to conspiracy theories because they're like, just go in there, tase them. Like, what are you doing?
Teenagers fighting.
Teenagers are fighting in the mall. It's Miami.
That's what you do.
Isn't that the
in
culture of
mall
Miami?
when you're a teenager?
Yeah, exactly.
You get into a fight.
So
I was gonna say I thought it was because they someone had reported that there were aliens.
that's exactly,
Yeah.
but that's what I was going to say. So
I saw
people think
that,
there
and I
are
was like,
10-foot tall aliens
Scroll.
inside this mall
Fighting
terrorizing the mall.
fighting teenagers.
Fighting teenagers. I don't know if it fit in. I don't know if it fit in with the teenagers fighting. But anyway, I bet somebody
I would pay money to see that.
no matter what the encounter was, I bet somebody
Forget Mike
in there
Tyson.
was dyslexic.
Yeah. I don't know.
Just throwing it in there. just trying to make a topical political
Yeah.
commentary.
Dude,
Sorry,
I would.
what?
Yeah.
Did you hear about this, Lucas?
No.
It was
I
on social
didn't,
media.
but
I just don't do conspiracy theories.
I think
You know that.
conspiracy. Yeah, well,
You
we've
like
talked
it.
about
I'm
it.
just
Conspiracy theories are fun.
commenting on Jacob's conspiracy theory about dyslexia in there.
Well, I don't think that was a conspiracy theory. I was just saying I bet somebody in that mall was
dyslexia
dyslexic.
was like,
it was
hey,
really
no,
an unrelated commentary.
What happened in there? Well, it was 10-foot tall aliens.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
yeah.
exactly what I'm saying.
Something random.
Because it was someone that said that.
I do that all the time.
Yeah,
It drives Christy crazy
it's very fun.
because I like to do it.
But anyway, so that's what happened. Do you have more commentary on it, Jacob?
Well, I was just gonna say it was insane about how many cop cars.
Dude, if you look this up, you're gonna have to
insane.
like link
I mean,
this or something. The
With like
cop
300 cop cars?
plus.
That's like 1% of the Miami Police Department. I'm just saying.
That might be
It's kind of a big city.
that might be more of it.
There's like more than 5 people there.
But they shut down like planes flying over. Like they shut down everything, which could have been unrelated.
Right.
Which is what the
That could have
police
been something
said.
else.
But the police department of Miami then made a response video to the conspiracy theory.
I didn't see this.
And they said, like, hey, we know everybody thinks that it was 10-foot tall aliens, but it was actually teenagers fighting in the mall. And they did a graphic of an alien sneaking up behind the police officer
Oh, that's
as he
awesome.
did the announcement.
Yes.
We are actually
like-
looking at the footage right now.
That's a
of all the
dyslexic
cop
thought right
cars.
there.
Dude, the
It
cop
is
cars
wild.
are... Show Sean, just
No,
because he's from Miami.
I saw it for a second and I scrolled because I saw aliens. I was like,
Look at how many cop cars
Yeah.
that is. And you're like, yeah, that's a normal
that's
Tuesday.
like, yep, I've seen that. That's 1% of the police force right there.
That's like a Tuesday in Florida.
It's like half the force that
That's
was
like
on
the
duty at the
ultimate-
time came.
They were just already there.
The other
maybe.
half were busy doing other things.
Maybe they were already at the mall. They don't talk about
Yeah,
that.
they were at the. Well, there was a big
Police
sale.
event.
It was a sale,
It was a what?
a Black Friday sale or something.
It's
like
a
one of those-
Dillard's 20% off sale.
Yes, and they all had coupons. Yeah, so so I was looking around. I don't know if you know this, but I go to therapy.
Yes.
For my depression and anxiety, PTSD, stuff like that.
Yep.
And I was like, is there a link with dyslexia? Because my new therapist, my old therapist retired, probably because I just wore him out. Poor guy.
sure
My
it's
new
not
my new therapist, Rob, is dyslexic.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was like, "You're dyslexic too," and I gave him a sticker.
Yeah, of course.
And I connect so well with him. Like I connect with people,
Yeah.
but not like dyslexic people.
Yeah.
Like there's something there.
It's a difference.
So he's been giving me a lot of good advice and stuff like that. But I was like, I wonder if there's a link between like depression, anxiety, and dyslexia. So I like Googled it and I found the International Dyslexia Association produced a study called Social and Emotional Problems Related to Dyslexia.
Really?
Yes. And so
When's it from?
it
does-
good,
if you don't-
question.
yeah, if you don't know, it's not a big
off
deal.
the top of my head, but you can Google it.
Yep.
And there are sources at the back. Let's see how old those sources are. Those sources are from 2020. So it's a recent study. I can tell you right there. That's another dyslexic thing.
Yeah.
Like, when's it from? I don't know. Well, look at the oldest, like the newest source. You
Yeah.
know it's before that.
Well, that's what I used to say. I used to say that to other people, and I remember I did this a lot in your class. People would be like, "Well, they would just find sources to fit their point, but it would be from like 1990."
Yeah.
and I was like, "Dude, you
That's
can't."
garbage.
I'd be like, "You can't use that. Like that doesn't mean anything."
I mean, if it's
And I used to do
Shakespeare, that's
yeah.
one thing.
Yeah, sure. Or if it's like a
If
very
it's
well-known
technology related,
It's like you can't do that unless it's that
Unless
year,
it's
like 5 years before.
like sourcing Moore's law,
For sure.
from the 60s.
Yeah, whatever. But
Right.
anyway, yeah, I do that all the time. Like I want to know what's up to date, and that technology content gets out of date so
Really
quickly,
fast.
so quickly.
And the problem is with academia, when you try to publish something that's related to technology, it takes about 2 years to get published. So by the time it comes out, Twitter is now X. That kind of
Yeah,
thing.
for
Like
sure.
it just, everything changes, or there's no extra normal anymore, which
Yeah.
was like one of my favorite computer animated websites where you can make animations out of it.
Yeah.
They did Geico commercials with it, and now it's gone. You
Yeah.
know, so it's like it's really hard. It's a moving target, and it's like, I don't know. You seen those people where they shoot the clay?
Yeah, the claymations.
The clay. No, they. You have a gun,
clay pigeons.
and you say go, and,
Yep.
or something,
Yeah,
and you
I've
shoot
done
it.
that. Yeah.
It's like doing that, but like not being able to pick up the gun for like a minute.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it is publishing in technology.
I like
it's
that a
really
lot.
frustrating. So a lot of us publish online.
Yeah.
With those things.
Well, give me one mental health point, and then we're actually running low on time.
Okay.
But give me a mental health point, because I have a thought on this, but I want to hear what the general idea is.
There's a ton here, but they say students, and I would say students who get who can work their way through higher education, like the middle school, high school,
Yep.
elementary, the ones who make it through, because
Yep.
a lot of us don't. The ones that do develop increasing frustration, anxiety, depression, because they've had to work so hard and they've been told over and over. And I was told this by everybody.
Yep.
You're lazy.
Yep.
If you just worked harder.
And
you know,
that takes a toll on your mental
can
health.
really wear you down.
Still now.
Yeah.
Yep.
It absolutely can. But one thing I thought was interesting is that kids can show like anger, like they can just get angry.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that kind of sums up my early school experiences.
Yeah.
I was an angry kid.
Yeah. And what's so funny, and I think we can dive into this next episode, because I'd like to just dive more into this next episode, is I think you and I, because of our upbringing and experiences, fell on kind of the opposite of that.
Yeah, attend different schools before I graduated.
I never went the angry route, but I honestly think, and I kind of want to end on this point just because I want us to start fresh in another episode on this topic, because I think it's important. But like, I think a lot of mine, why I didn't get so depressed or angsty or
You had
angry.
support.
I was support, and I was also ignorant. I never knew what a problem it was that I wasn't going to be able to potentially make it to school, like make it through school. Even when I was like looking for colleges, I kind of just had a lot of support, had a lot of help to get there. But there's never a part of me in my senior year of high school that was like, I'm not going to get done what I need to get done or have the life that I want to have.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to dive into that, but like there was never a part of me that was, I don't know if it was just a blind motivation or a blind ignorance to what could have happened had I not been able to make it through school or, whatever it might be, or make it through college or whatever.
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think I'm excited to dive into that, but we're running out of time. But I think that's a really good one that we could dedicate a whole piece to.
Yeah, like when I graduated high school, I was basically that guy from the Breakfast Club. You know, the guy,
with the
rebel
trench
dude.
coat?
Yeah, that was basically me. I wasn't as mean as he was, but I mean, I would definitely be aggressive to anyone who was mean to me.
And I was a combination between the really nerdy kid and the guy that played like football.
Okay.
That was
Wow. Man, we should all do this. We
definitely-
can all be members of the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
We can all do different characters.
But anyway,
right.
I think that's a really good topic, and I have another thought on it, but I want to make sure we have good timing here.
Maybe make like a little teaser up a comment to bring people back for the next one.
Sure. So I think something that is really interesting that I've learned going through like the business path is I have a lot of, and I'm sure you did as well, and you maybe have moved out of this in tenure, and I've started to work out of this as I've moved through my career, a lot of self-deprecation. And I have done self-deprecation in front of groups of people at work that don't know me, and that it is, in fact, actual deprecation to my career because they're like, oh, this guy doesn't even think he's good at what he does.
No, I hid it.
Right. And so
until I was tenured.
Right.
I hid it.
And so I was given some feedback in some of my reviews of like, you don't seem to understand, and I don't know how I want to word this. Let me think about this one.
No,
because it's like I don't seem to understand how good I am at certain things. Because for me, it's not a skill set. It's just a natural thing. So I think that can lead to a lot of anxiety and depression because you're just like, I don't really know where I fit.
That's what
in
this
this.
says.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's talk about
that's
more
that's a
about
hint.
that later.
More of that next time.
Cool.
All right. See y'all next time.
So you know how to say cheers in Swedish?
Kumpai.
No, that's Japanese.
Oh, what's
Skull.
it's skull?
Skull.
Isn't skull
Isn't
a type of alcohol?
I don't know, but it's
Skull's
tough.
like a type of
I love
vodka,
skulls.
isn't it?
I
It's
need
like a
more-
blue bottle.
I want more skulls in my life.
I know way too much.
I love skulls. Yeah.
I don't know, but it sounds awesome. Anyway,
Skull.
see y'all next time.
Thank you everyone for joining us for another episode of Dyslexics Untied. New episodes every Saturday wherever you get your podcasts. Also, catch us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.